And here it is. The Oddball 75.
Yep, it's a pin.
So you can see where the pin itself actually went.
Another suspender.
How's that for fancy? My goodness.
Well, hey everybody, welcome to another Not Thursday in mysterious New Hampshire. Why do I say that in the intro today? Well, last year I came out here and I found a site that I just dubbed the mystery site. I was thinking about it this week. I was like, you know, it's been a year since I've been out there. I want to go see if we can find anything else. I stopped halfway just to show you guys the terrain out here.
It takes me 20 minutes to walk through. You know, this looks clean, and then I go cross a couple rivers, and then I get through some nasty areas to get way out there.
And way out there is this one area. There's walls, there's some flat spots, but through metal detecting, we found stuff from 300 years worth. 1700s tomback buttons, 1800s relics, 1900s, 2000s coins. But yet, it's a complete disconnect from everything that surrounds it. No roads, no paths, nothing. There is a dead road way off to the side, but it really doesn't connect where we're going to. So we'd start in the middle, because we're going to come slightly off from an angle, as I always do. Approach from a different spot, exit. You know, different paths. And we'll see what we can find today, so let's get in there. So you can see it's texturous landscape. Weather report, we've had lots of rain, but yet it still hasn't brought the water levels up much, but it's about 90 degrees right now, so it has definitely brought the humidity level up. And if I remember correctly, last year I had to kind of search for a place to cross this. Not so bad today, but it's still, whoa, slick.
So as we cross about the 15-minute point, you come to the tail end of this wall. Another 5 minutes, less than a quarter of a mile up, is our mystery site. So obviously, colonists were stretching out into the Badland, but never finished. And again, you know, it's not bad land, it's just not flat. Would have been good pasture, but they never actually closed it all off in here. Alright, so I found it last year. Game trail, took me right to the mystery site. Always follow the game trails if you can.
So you walk through all that, and then you get up to this spot right here, somewhat flat, pile of field stones. That's where it's flat. That's where they were clearing up there. It's almost like you take a picture of 200 years ago, a map, and you erase all around here so you can't figure out what the other parts of the picture were, and you just have this little location. The mystery part of it is why it kept bringing people out here, kept finding clad hunter stuff from the 1900s up until about 20 years ago, but it's inaccessible. It can change out here rapidly in 20 years if, you know, someone cleared, logged, stopped maintaining a trail. All right, let's turn this thing on and see what happens this time.
I'll say it as I always do, could be ammo.
But regardless of that chance, we gotta dig them. I think that's the tail end of a shell, but I'm not sure. Small. All right, first target out of the way.
All right, second target, seconds from the other one. I didn't film it because it sounded oddly enough like the first one, but much larger. that, I don't know. It's not solid. It's extremely light. Huh. I would assume it's decorative because it's not solid. Weird. Odd one. I don't think there's going to be any shortage of signals for us out here. I'm only a few minutes in. As to if it'll be anything substantial, I don't know, but it will be interesting. Like that. What I would definitely assume from a structure, it's a plate of iron with screws in it. And again, could be a wagon or something, but there's enough iron out here to support the thought of a structure. We just can't locate a cellar hole or definitive footprint, but there we go, another thing. 4849. Here we go, a relic. I have a suspender. I guess hard to say how old it is, but it is cool. And man, sound just like the shotgun shells I dug before it that I didn't show you. Plenty of those out here, so I have to dig every single one. Glob of melted lead. See the variety out here? See what I'm saying? With the exception of 2 shotgun shells, nothing has been consistently, you know, the same class or same era of find. And again, it wouldn't be so odd if we were around a, you know, undoubtable spot, cellar hole. The footprint, if that's a footprint out here, you know, it's still not even 100% positive. So, out in the middle of nowhere, it's a lot of stuff. Strip of iron. It's not sheet metal, it's blade thickness. I don't think it's a blade, but it was 8 inches deep. We are at the edge of the somewhat flat area where there's field stones tossed down here, so they were obviously working it. Maybe they were plowing it. Lead ball. And here it is. The oddball 75. The signal where it could be anything, and if you listen to that signal again, 75s, for whatever reason, sound stressed, like you're squeezing the end of a balloon. Sometimes they turn up junk, but sometimes they turn up very cool relics. It's a relic. Yep, it's a pin. So you can see where the pin itself actually went. And who knows if there was something in the middle or not. Doesn't look like anything was holding it in place, being that there was a stone there or something, but there we go. Another cool relic. The signal was all over the place. That is a animal staple. It's a rivet for leather. These generally ring up pretty clean in the upper 70s, but this one was kind of all over the place. $45. Oh, another suspender. Well, that rang up low. Oh, how's that for fancy? My goodness, beautiful. Again, I don't know how old this stuff is. I mean, it's got that late 1800s, you know, stamped metal to it, but could be 1900s. It's definitely over 100 years old, there's no doubt about that. But gorgeous. And what low numbers.
Not gonna say I almost passed it up, but I was thinking, you know, ammunition of sorts. Jeez. So I walked a little bit that ways and nothing. It's just this little itty bitty spot. Like I said, like everything else was erased. I mentioned coins. No coins have been found back here. It's up on the hill, I don't know, 300 feet away. There was a campfire, and it was just loaded with dollars worth of coins. But down here there's been nothing but odd things, relics. So I just threw my pack on because I'm going to start to move. It's that point in the session. I want to go through a bad piece of land to see what's on the other side over there. And as I'm commuting, get this oddball signal. You guessed it, washer excitement. All right. When we were here last year, so I did one solo run when I found the place. Came back with Dame. And he did a good walkabout around all over here to see if there was anything connecting, and there wasn't. But we didn't go over there because of the sickness. All right, let's go.
Yikes. Like Fern City all over again. Jeez, I hope I could see the ground. There's logging stuff mixed in here. This will be the confirmation of the site when I find the well. Woof. Woof. So you get that big breach where it's all nasty and logged, and you pop back into the woods, and there's the other part of Colonial Farm. There's our wall. It corners off there, so what we've been in, now that I've come over here, is no more than a couple acres. But it ain't much better over here. Huh.
I turned it on. Upper 50 signal. Not expecting anything but ammo over here, but you never know. I was hoping that when I got through it would be flat over here, like just a continuation of what we were in, but doesn't seem the case. Old Remington UMC 12 gauge. Well, I'm definitely not going back through that fern gully because it's pretty sketchy, actually. So I'm gonna poke around over here, and if we don't find anything, we'll go home.
Well, interestingly enough, there's still iron spread out all the way over here. Jeez. So, look around, right? Even I, at times, forget to think. See this ground? You can tell a lot of water has moved through here. That 200 years ago, there could have been another foot of topsoil on top of this. We've been to those sites, it all just gets washed down to the river. Especially colonists clear it, no trees. They use it, they leave it, topsoil erodes. 70 or 80 years later they come in, they cut it again, same thing. Because there's a lot of iron out here, oddly enough. Well, that's it, everybody. I've done what I wanted to do today, which was get back out to the mystery site for a little bit, see what else we can find. 2 suspenders, that pin, and a whole bunch of inconsistent metal. So I'm satisfied with that. And then coming over to the tail end of this little square where it was broken. Fascinating, to say the least, out here. Alright, well, I got 20 minutes out that way.
So I'll see you guys very soon. Until next time, enjoy your Not Thursday.